Phosphor fans, Earl at thelogbook.com, back here, this time to play some NES. But let's start from a familiar point. Let's start with a game that we have played before on other platforms, and that game, of course, is Lode Runner. As you can see, you have a choice of 1 or 2 players, and there is even an edit mode. This is very much like the Apple II version that we've already played. But let's start with a single-player game. And see how it looks and sounds. Now, really, the key difference with the NES version is that we're not even trying to show the entire game. Everything has to scroll, but there's some, there's some benefits from that with the graphic processing power of the NES. You get interesting things like the flashing caution lights on the ladders. Oh, that guy grabbed the gold. I grabbed his gold. That sounds wildly inappropriate. Interesting how the gold is signified by just a pile of gold. We're not even trying to make it portable in any way. So there we have cleared the first level. Level design is taken directly from the original, so far, not a problem. I do appreciate that this version of the game kind of gives you the lay of the land. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, that worked well. You'll notice it scrolls right. It scrolls left. Shows you where the threats are before you have to contend with them, at least briefly. The solid squares that you see, obviously, that's signifying floors that cannot be drilled through. Come up here and let's do it again. Perhaps that wasn't the brightest idea I've had all day. Controls are really responsive. The Apple II version is almost kind of slow by comparison. That's okay. I think the expectations from an NES game are that you're dealing with a game that is going to be moving much faster. Yes, thank you, please. I'm running to your death. And, oh, there was a floor that I could fall through. Glad I didn't land on anybody. Forgot about that being there. It's so cheerful. Oh, you stinker. Well, that was kind of horrifying. Lode Runner, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, objectively, I don't know that this version of the game is any faster than the Apple II version. Definitely more colorful though. Where is everybody? I mean, I don't mind if y'all stay over there, but... Okay, so do I have an escape yet? Yes. I think it's funny how, you know, on the intermission screen here, he's crawling up really slowly up the ladder. Ugh. That level just took it out of me. It's interesting that the Broderbund logo survives in Lode Runner. Now, I am going to get your gold, but thank you for playing. I agree, Maria. You got my gold. You distracted me. My cat distracted me. That's what I'm going to blame that particular level on. Oh, someone left some gold up here. How careless of them. What is that guy doing up there? It's like he's humping the ladder. No ladder humping. This is supposed to be a family-friendly game. Bye. Ah. Well. Yeah. You're a very distracting cat. Oh. Oops. Oh, thank you. Good, I can get down here without worrying about the guy who's humping the ladder. It's probably him. He looks like a ladder humper to me. Oh, good. That worked out well. Darn it. The NES version is pretty generous with how many lives it gives the player at the beginning of the game, and I think that's partly owing to the difficulty factor that arises in not being able to see the entire screen. Now here's an interesting question for everyone to debate in the comments, if they so choose. Is the game better when you can see the whole screen, or when you can only see part of the screen? Ah! Guys urgently need to fall in a hole and die somewhere. It's not a phrase I don't really use in everyday conversation, but, you know, there are days. Okay, so this is the last gold, or this is the last gold. Do I have an escape hatch yet? Well, that took long enough. That's not that difficult to level on the Apple II, but it is a bit more difficult on the NES. And thus my question, is Lode Runner better off as a game, overall, if you can see the entire level, or if you can't? And I'm not sure there is a right or wrong answer to that question. It would just be interesting to see what people think. If I remember this level correctly from the Apple version, going down here into the inescapable pit will result in my immediate death. No, actually what I was thinking is that last pile of gold down there that's in the pit would open the escape hatch, but hey, waltzing face birth into my immediate death is another thing that can happen. Bye. Ah! Oh, so there's not a dude in there. Okay, so I actually don't want a dude in there, if I can help it. So let's not kill anyone else, because there's the escape hatch. And the dudes, when they respawn... I know they're not dudes, they're bungelings, if I remember correctly. When they respawn, they appear over that bowl. And so you really want to avoid killing them in great numbers, because they'll just start piling up there. Not really what I was supposed to do there. But, you know, dying also falls under that category. Ah, whoa. Ah, I know now what I must do. It's going to be kind of tricky. Boom. There, that's how you do that. Ah. This game really does get much more puzzle-oriented the deeper into it you go. Get out of there before it all fills up behind you. That was close. I'm trying to remember how exactly. Yeah, you have to really fight your way down to that one as well. Then how do I... Okay, it's messing with my mind. I haven't played Lode Runner in a while. At least not since whenever I recorded the Apple II gameplay. That's not how one does it. That's not how you do it either. I'm glad they're stuck up there. That actually gives me a moment to think. Although I wonder if there's a timer on the game, like the bonus countdown in Donkey Kong. If you exceed the time limit, it will kill you. Aha! Took me a moment. But there we go. Yeah, climb slow, buddy. You've earned that one. Oh, you've got to drop down on this one and dismantle it. Okay. Get in the hole. Ja! that worked well. Anyway, as you can see, Lode Runner definitely survived the translation to the NES with flying colors, more flying colors, I might add, than the Apple II was even capable of displaying. So it's an interesting take on a home computer classic that, if anything, really demonstrates how well designed the original game was, that you can, you know, even to the point that you are changing up how it displays the playfield, it is still very much a playable game. Thanks for watching.